Hello, I'm Kevin Gallagher, Technical Marketing Engineer with F5, and I'm here to show you how to integrate SSL Orchestrator with the Fortinet FortiGate Virtual Edition that is configured in virtual wire mode, or L2. So this demo assumes that you have SSL Orchestrator configured with a topology and a service chain. In this example, we'll be using BIG-IP version 17.1, SSL Orchestrator version 11, FortiGate version 7.2.6. This will be deployed on VMware ESXi version 6.7. So the first thing to do would be to examine the network configuration for the FortiGate VM. It should look as follows. In this example, network adapter 1 is used for management. The new FortiGate egress adapter 2 is used for egress connections from BIG-IP to port 1 on the FortiGate. And then network adapter 3 is used for ingress connections from port 2 on the FortiGate back to BIG-IP. And what you want to do is in the networking, you want to create a port group for the what we call new FortiGate ingress. And this port group has the FortiGate VM attached, as well as the BIG-IP. And then if we look at the egress, it also has one of the ports of the BIG-IP and one for the Fortinet VM. Now, you need to enable transparent mode in the FortiGate. It's already enabled now, but the process for enabling it would look like this. After that, you would set the manage IP, where you would enter the IP address and mask. Like something like this. And then after that, you would set the gateway address. And that might look something like this. All right. And then when done, you would set the end. Now, the virtual wire needs to be configured as follows. So when you come over to network, I'm on the dashboard. Network, and then interfaces, you choose the option to create a new virtual wire pair. And then you put two different ports on there. In this case, it's already created for us. And then this is what it looks like. Simply give it a name and then attach two interfaces. We have port 1 and port 2. Then create a firewall policy. So basically come over to virtual wire pair policy, and you'd want to click create new. In this example, I've already got a policy rule set up, and it's called policy. And it's basically saying that using this virtual wire pair, bidirectional, the source can be anything, destination anything, service anything. And then we have the inspection mode set to flow-based and the action to accept. Now, we don't have any security profiles enabled, but typically you would enable these things based on your needs. Okay, now let's look at the big IP SSL Orchestrator configuration on the ESX host. All right, we have the VM network here. That is used for management. And then we have network adapter 2 set for network north and network adapter 3 set for network south. And those represent connectivity to the north and south of the big IP. We'll have a test client on the south side and a test server. I'm sorry, it'll be reversed. We'll have a test client on the north side and a test server on the south side. And then you'll notice we have adapters 4 and 5 set to the egress to the FortiGate and then back from the FortiGate via the ingress. Now, if we look at the big IP settings themselves, go into networks and then VLANs, you can see we have a VLAN for the network connectivity to the north and south, and then egress and ingress for the connection to and from the big IP to the FortiGate. And then in terms of self IPs, we'll only have these that correspond to network north and network south. There are no other IPs since the connection from the big IP to the FortiGate is going to be done via layer 2. So let's take a look at the SSL Orchestrator configuration. And notice we have a layer 3 inbound topology deployed here. I'm going to come over to services and then add. We'll want to set this as generic inline layer 2. Go ahead and call this FortiGate. And we will add the network configuration here using the existing VLANs. We'll go egress and then ingress. And we will enable the port remap option here as well to remap port to 80. And we'll move the FortiGate over here. Save that. And save and next, and then deploy. Okay. When done, it should look like this. If you go to the services screen and expand the pool member, you can see that it shows up as green. The FortiGate VM appears to be healthy. Okay, so here I am on the test client, and I have a web server running at 192.168.0.5. So we'll go ahead and refresh this here. And it sure looks like that's working. So let's do one more thing to verify the connectivity. So let's go ahead and start a TCP dump on the egress and ingress size of the big IP. And we can see here, these are the health checks that are automatically generated. So let's switch over here real quick, do a refresh, and then let's see what that looks like. All right, look, you can see there's an HTTP error shown in plain text. You can see the GET for this icon file. So it would appear that the SSL Orchestrator is successfully decrypting this content and then passing it over for inspection to the FortiGate device. And that's how easy it is to set this up, and I hope you enjoyed watching this demo.